Hi everyone, so here we go, just a few days off the due date now, and I am really feeling it. Huge, tired, Braxton Hicks, the usual, and a strong urge to wash everything, which must mean we're nearly there. So what I thought would be quite useful to do, you see that I am in the, well, I can tell you, I'm in the spare room. I've just kind of dumped everything in here, and Jack is on me to put it away. So I thought before I unpack it all, I'll show you what I think is real essentials for when you bring the baby back from hospital. I don't mean clothes and all of that jazz. I mean like proper kit, like baby monitors, somewhere to change them, somewhere for them to sleep, somehow to carry them around, that kind of stuff. So, because it's so easy to spend just so much money on stuff that you actually never ever use. So, the basic essentials for a newborn. So, I will leap nimbly up from the bed and take you around what I think you'll need, or I might need someone to kind of just drag me up. It's so glamorous. Right, here we go. Okay, so here we go in the spare room, and as you can see I've just sort of dumped everything. The paint's barely dry on the walls. Jack's been frantically decorating. I think he's got nesting instinct too, actually. So let's start off with the change table. I've had this with all the boys, and I just think it's really useful just to be able to chuck stuff all in one place. So as you can see, just a changing mat on top and tail bowl. These are really useful. They're really cheap. And I don't know why I've written cotton wool in there, as if it could be anything else. I might write poo in the other side. I don't know whether you prefer to use wipes. Just make sure they're suitable for the newborn. That's absolutely fine. Really doesn't bother me to use cotton wool and water when I'm at home with the newborn. So that's what that's there for. And then I've got this Weleda White Mallow change cream as well, in case the little bottoms get a little bit sore. The calendula one is also really lovely. Baby needs somewhere to sleep. So here's the Moses basket that my parents bought for me when I was pregnant with Rory, and I love it. I think it's just John Lewis, but it's just really, really lovely. The baby will probably never sleep in it, probably just sleep on me for the first 6 months. Naughty, naughty, but there we go. I do think it's lovely to have a little fleece inside. These are actually ones that you can, they've got little holes here, you see, you can actually put them in the car seat as well, line the car seat with them. It just makes it really cosy. So here are my very best, most favourite Aiden and A swaddle blankets for swaddling the baby when you put them down, mopping up spills, everything else. You know how much I love those. These little baby kind of sleeping bags are really useful. Some people absolutely swear by them. And this one is a Merino Kids one, which I really love. I love Merino for little ones, although it is definitely an investment. So let's go to this one first. So this one's here. You can have baby bath if you can just bath the baby in the sink if you want, but quite a lot of people will go for a baby bath, or if you're limited for space, or you just don't really want to buy another thing to store. My mother-in-law bought me this, and you can get loads of these kind of bath supports. I think they're brilliant, particularly if you've got other children that you're bathing at the same time. But anyway, these are lovely, so they just sit in there, and I'll do another vlog about sort of baby bath time another time, because these are just the kind of very basic essentials. You may want to go, whew, out of breath. There's no room for my lungs left now because the bump is so huge. So you may want to you know, get a few like sort of baby bath towels and stuff, but as I say, these are just the essentials, and we'll cover that in another vlog. Now, whether you're planning to breastfeed or not, you may want to have some first milk on standby. Loads of different brands. We've always gone with Aptamil, and that's what we've got here. So I've bought just some standby bottles. I've got 3 of these. These are the MAM self-sterilising ones, which means that you don't need a separate steriliser. The ready-made Aptamil first milk, which is great as a sort of emergency standby. I always think it's a bit daunting the first time you make up a bottle, so it's quite nice to have one that's ready-made. You don't have to think about it. And then some people love them, some people hate them, but I do quite like to have a couple of dummies on standby just in case the baby's really struggling and needs a bit of extra comfort. And this is brilliant. This is quite new. It's an Aptamil starter pack, first milk, and it's like what you get in a hospital. So it's got like a little tiny ready-made bottle of milk, and then a sort of a separate teat, so a sterilised teat that you just screw on the top. They're also brilliant for a change bag as well. Anyway, I quite like to just have some milk on standby, just in case like your milk doesn't come in or you're having struggles and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you've got a full bag. But again, we'll go into that in another video. So, other things you'll need. I was sent this. This was absolutely lovely. This is a present. And it's a night light, but also a room thermometer, because it is quite difficult to judge the temperature of a room. This is an Aiden and an A1. You know I'm such a huge fan of them. And it does all sorts of clever things like a feeding diary and room temperature, sound machine, nightlight and clock. So to be honest, it practically has the baby for you, which is great. But a nightlight's really useful. I don't know what happened to our last room baby monitor, but you will need one of these unless you're all in the same room, which we practically were in our first house, but I had one anyway, just so you can be downstairs or in the bathroom or whatever. As I haven't even unpacked that yet, but our other one got rather dropped. If you're breastfeeding, you probably want to have a water bottle. You probably wouldn't want to have a rugby water bottle like this one. Again, a similar theme. I got so thirsty when I was breastfeeding. So I like to have a couple of bottles kind of lying around. Indeed, water bottles. If you're planning to express, you may want to consider, there's like the electric one there, which is the Medela, and then you've got the hand pump. In all honesty, I find it such a hassle that I'm not even going to bother this time. And of course you can hire them from NCT. So at this stage, you may want to buy them. I'd probably just see how you go, to be honest. You can always hire really good hospital grade ones through NCT if you decide that that's the route you want to go down. It was never something that worked particularly well for me. But anyway, there we go. So another absolute favourite is this, which is the Baby Bjorn sling. I love a baby in a sling because, you know, you've got your hands free, the baby sleeps, it's lovely for you. And this is a replacement for the one that I washed mistakenly and it went all floppy. And there's loads of different types of ones, but I think these, for me, these were the ones that I really, really got on well with, and my husband did as well. And here's something that's fab. Look, this is like a sling cover. It's got like a little hood here, and we'll go through this. When I've got the tummy space to be able to try one on, I'll show you how to put them in. But basically it's like a little rain cover that goes over the baby. So if it starts spitting when you're out, it's just lovely. It's brilliant. Anyway, so crashing on, because I'm very aware of how long my other YouTube video was. So, breathe, Rebecca, breathe. So anyway, so obviously you're going to need a car seat. This is part of a travel system. Again, we'll do another video where it shows you how to put it in and out. But you need to have somewhere to be able to bring the baby home from the hospital. So there's the car seat. And this, if you want it, is, if it's, obviously it's, we're going into late autumn and winter now. And this is one of those little sort of fitted blanket things that you can just zip the baby into, or you can just tuck them in with the blankets. But that was given to me when I was first pregnant with Rory. And if you're going in the car, these are quite good. These so that you can attach it to the headrest on the seat that your baby's sitting on, and then you can see them in your rearview mirror, so you can keep an eye on whether they're asleep, awake, dummy in, dummy out, whatever. So they're quite useful as well. And I think that's pretty much your lot. I mean, obviously you've got to have all the clothes, the blankets and all of that jazz, but you know, you'll get given all that probably anyway. So the absolute essentials, I think that is pretty much it. And we'll have to go into like bath time and stuff in more detail in the next video, and also probably a practical video on how to like fit a car seat, put up a pram, all of that jazz. So there we go, everything that I think that you'll need, bar one thing that I've just remembered I haven't yet got, which is a nappy bin. And I don't mean one of these fancy schmancy nappy bins where, you know, you spend a fortune and basically you're just filling it with poo. Of course that is a nappy bin. I think that's a real hassle. I do. I buy one which is a flip top bin that's really easy to clean, and if it gets really stinky and kind of impregnated with the smell of manky nappy, you can just get a new one. I mean, like 10 quid. So a flip top plastic nappy bin, that's the other thing that you need. Should have remembered that one. Anyway, I'll buy that tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you so much for all your amazing support. It's been lovely to be able to have another way of being able to chat to you all. And I think I'm going to be giving birth any moment. But if I don't, we'll post another video very soon. See you later!